Good day, everybody. Today I would like to share with you this method that I use to determine the names of the notes on the guitar fretboard. What we have here is a diagram of the guitar fretboard. The numbers at the bottom represent the frets numbers. These are the fret numbers, and then on the left hand side here we have the names of the notes of the strings. So this will be the E string on the guitar. The one row in the table represents one string. So if I talk about the 4th fret on the E string, it would be that little square that is dark now. So this method is very easy. All you have to do is you have to remember or memorize the notes on the B string. So if you take the notes on the B string, which I've arranged in a circle over here, the open B string has a value of 0. The 1st fret on the B string gives you a C note. So we wrote down the 1 there for the C note. And the 2nd fret will give you a C sharp on the B string. The 3rd note on the B string will be a D. So we wrote the 3 over there. And we carry on in that fashion until we get back to number 11, which is the A sharp. And then we get back to the 12th fret, which will be a B again. That's why I wrote the 12 over there. And if you carry on the B string, you go there to fret number 13, 14, 15, and so on. Then you get the same notes, and they repeat in the same sequence, obviously. The difference being that behind fret number 12, you just add 12 to that first value, and then you know what the note is beyond the 12th fret. And if you look at it as a clock, then you can use the same system they use with airlines and in the military. They talk about 1300 hours as 1 o'clock, and 1400 hours is 2 o'clock, 1500 hours is 3 o'clock, and so on. It's just a manipulation you do with 12. You deduct 12 from the value, and then you get to that value of the note. So what we've done in this system is to add, we add the value of a fret to the value of the string. And then let's say we do an example. We take the 10th fret on the G string. So we want to know what that note is over there. That little dark square over there. So all you have to do is you add the 10 to the 8 is 18. You go and look on these notes on the B string for the value of 18. You'll see that it is, if you subtract 12 from the 18, you get to 6, or 1800 hours is 6 o'clock. So that note over there will be a F. And we can put it in there because it will definitely be an F. If you want to know, let's just do another example. I want to know what the 15th fret on the A string will be. Same story. I add the value of the fret to the value of the string. In this case, it's 15 plus 10 is 25. Then I must subtract 12 and 12 again. So it's 25 minus 24 is 1. And 1 is a C. So that note will be a C. And this is how simple this is. You have to add the number of the fret to the value of the string. You get a number, you add the 2, you get a number, and if the number is bigger than 12, you subtract 12. And then you go and look at the circle of notes on the B string. That same value that the note on the B string has will be the value of the note. Let's do another quick example. We want to know fret number 17 on the G string. 17 plus 8 is 25. minus 12, minus 12 again. So it's 25 minus 24 is 1. So that will be a C. And you can bank on it that it will be correct because the system was designed like that. Okay. So very, very simple. The system works, let me just repeat, the system works like this. You memorize the notes of your B string. And you must know that the first fret on your B string is a C, the second note is a C sharp, the third is a D, the fourth is a D sharp, the fifth is an E, the sixth is an F, and so forth. If you go on the B string, this is our guideline. Whatever the note is on the B string is the one that we must memorize. So here's the thing. You have to memorize one string, but you have to memorize it all the way from here, from the start to the end. If you know that string, then you can tell any note on the fretboard by just adding the fret value to that same value that you get for that note on this notes of the B string, on this circle here. The string values that we've assigned next to the string names over here comes from this circle of notes here, from this notes of the B string. So if you go to A, you'll see that the A has got a value of 10. So that's the value that you use when you work with the A string. You add that value to the fret value. If it's bigger than 12, you subtract 12, and the answer you get will show you what note it is. Let me repeat that. You just add the fret value to the string value. The answer you can look up on the B string. The answer is yeah. So if you can memorize this B string, all the notes on the B string, and make it simple for yourself. A C note can be a 1 or a 13. You just add 12. A C sharp can be a 2 or a 14. A G note can be a 8 or a 20. Because when you go past, on the G string, past the 12, then the notes, that will be 13 will be a C again. And so on and so forth. I just want to check 17 plus 8 is 25. That's a C. Yeah, that will be correct. I almost thought that I made a mistake there. Sorry. You need to add 12 to the first values that you've allocated to the strings, and then you'll get the second set of values. That is, if you continue to the right of the 12th fret, you get the same value plus 12. So at 23, you subtract 12 from the 23 and you get 11. Then you know that note is 11 on the B string and it's the A sharp. Okay, very simple. What you have to do now is memorize the notes on the B string, but memorize it all the way up to 23. And you will be able to tell any note anywhere on the fretboard, and it shouldn't take you more than about half an hour to memorize the B string, and then you can tell any note anywhere on the fretboard, guaranteed. Remember that you can also do this if you use, let's say you use drop D tuning. Then what you do is you change the thickest string, the D string, you change that to a D, but then you must also change the value. So if that's a D, then you must put a 3 over there. And then if you want to know what the value is on the 8th fret, let's say this one, you want to know 8 plus 3 is 11. So that note will be an A sharp if you're using drop D tuning. The good news is that you can also use the same system on a banjo, on a ukulele, on a mandolin, on a bass guitar. It works the same on all instruments. provided that you give the string values the same values that you've arranged in this little circle here. And as a matter of fact, you can use any numbering system. It will work the same, because here's the principle. The principle is, if we say the A note, the A string has a value of 10, then this is where we start. And then we say we add, want to know what the value is of the note on the 5th fret of the A string. So you start over here, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be a D. So if you get to the 5th fret on the A string, it will be a D. 5 plus 10 is 15, minus 12 is 3, and 3 is a D. So you can put the D in there. That will definitely be a D. Okay, so that's the system, guys. Add the fret value to the string value and resolve it using your B string values that you've memorized. Okay, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Please tell your friends about it. And please share it on Facebook and Twitter. And let's see if we can make life easier for everybody out there. Thank you and goodbye.